Alrighty, traders. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to another show here with the Pip Grabber Show. And my name is Gary Fickard, known to me as the FxBigDog, and we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with the market this morning. As we went ahead and addressed 3 trades yesterday, we will go ahead and review those trades, take a look at the news, see what the news did this morning, and then go ahead and make sure that we apply trading opportunities based on that information. So we're going to go into a lot of things, technicals, news, and have a conversation around our trades that we currently have. So welcome to the show, my friends. And if this is the first time you are here inside the trading room, I want to go ahead and welcome everyone here. I'm working on the quality of the video. I'm working with the team to make sure that the quality of the video gets better and better. Right now, I'm not quite happy with the quality, but it is what it is. Also, a couple of things before we get started, as I always like to do, is make sure that everyone understands that there are details inside the description that you may want to go ahead and take a look at. And the details are the trade copier, trading tools, how to get a hold of the trading tools that I use. All of that information is inside the description below, as well as details about social media connections, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. All the links are down below inside the description. So check it out. See if there's anything of interest for you, and then go ahead and make sure that you connect to me through all social media. Also, my Telegram links are also below, so you can connect with me through Telegram as well, and get all the updates on all the trades that we look at throughout the week. With that being said, traders, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the channel, but not only subscribe to the channel, but also go ahead and smash the like button. I want as many likes as we possibly can so we can continue with these videos and get more people watching these videos. So if you can be so kind, support the channel by subscribing and smash the like button. That is much appreciated. Lastly, but very importantly, we broadcast 3 times a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11:30. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can get into the live videos as we go ahead and broadcast. Now, we are broadcasting on different platforms: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. But we are going to dumb it down. We are going to do less of those and more of just on YouTube. So we will be, at some point, we are going to remove some of the channels that we're currently broadcasting. We are going to start switching off some of the broadcasts based on what we currently see at the moment right now. I'm just basically taking a look right here. Okay. Yeah, so we are going to reduce the time that we are on the other channels, other platforms. But for right now, we are trading on the other platforms, or at least broadcasting on the other platforms. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that when we do change over and we only go to YouTube, that you are connected to the channel. All right, and connected to the details. All right, good stuff. Well, good day, everyone. And let's go ahead and dig into the details this morning, as we go ahead and figure out what is it that is moving and what is not moving. So let's go ahead and jump into the details right here as I dig into some trading opportunities. Also, I do not have Cameron helping today with the production. So I'm running on solo at the moment right now. So there's a bit of delay with me switching over from different things. Just keep in mind it's because of that reason. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on. As we go ahead and dig into the details, let's go take a look at the news first. Number one, we did have some Canadian news that came out this morning. It was CPI. It looks like it is monthly CPI. Did show positive. So positive CPI came out. You can see the forecast was at 0.1%, but it really came out as last month. Last month it was 0.2%. This month 0.2%. So not really showing any growth in the CPI. So it is still staying the same at 0.2%. That we're expecting a downside turn to 0.1%. It never happened, and we stayed at 0.2%. So that is slightly positive for the Canadians. But we also had news coming out right here on crude oil. And so we had some news coming out on crude oil, and that's really been the driving force, as we've seen some market action this morning on specifically US dollar Canadian. And of course, the other pairs also were affected as well. So we're going to jump to the chart right here, and we're going to look at a couple of things. There's that move that we saw on the dollar Canadian right here. We did see a bearish move on the dollar Canadian. It's pulling back slightly, but not a whole bunch. But we did see that big move going down south right here. So I think it's important, before we go into any trade opportunities, let's take a quick squiz at let's take a look at the US oil as well as dollar index. So US oil, there it is. That's the move that we saw on crude oil, pushing up higher. So we did see a big move on oil, and but the question here is, and I think this is a question we have to all ask: is this little rally that we've seen right here just part of just some market swings, idiot waves cycles? So let's take a look and see. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. So if we look over here, and I'm going to go ahead and just take a look over here. If we look over here, there was a swing high to swing low down here. Price never took out that high, so this will be a valid swing. We had a pullback. Price was expected to come back down to the 1.618, which it did not. So we have not touched the 1.618 down here. Let's go ahead and mark that off. Come pretty close to that. Now, what level is going to be also important to make a note on is this level right here. But we got to see price trading back below that. Now, if I go ahead and take a look over here on another trend line, let me see if I connect a low to this low right here and just see, okay, we see some sort of setup right here, and this is coming off a bullish channel. They look like something like this right here. So we had a little bullish channel forming right here. Price broke below this trend line. We're getting a retest of that. And the reason why I'm looking for these trend lines right here is because I'm looking for a reason for the market to hold up at a certain level. And if it does, then we'll consider that to be resistance. And then we'll consider price to go ahead and continue to work its way back down south. So here is, at the moment right now, we have a bit of resistance coming off these lows right here. And it's testing the backside right here. It's trading slightly above, but if we do get a little bearish candle, and clearly that is holding, and price is going to move back down a little bit lower. Now, I'm also looking for price to move down to this level right here, which is around about 79.42. So as we continue to see lower highs and lower lows, we will continue to see price chase after that 79 level and change. Ultimately, we are looking for price to chase after this low right here. All right, that's the level that we're expecting price to eventually, over the midterm, chase after this low at 74.83. All right, so now, okay, so we got Midnight speaking about the Crypto Fest. Yes, I will be in the Crypto Fest coming up in the next 2 weeks. I'll be one of the note speakers in the Crypto Fest. I did go ahead and send out a tweet on that. Check out the tweet. There's a website right there. Just check out the website. Not working. You may want to go ahead and say cryptofest.com. I believe it's CryptoFest. I'll go ahead and open it up right here and take a look. I'll tell you what. You want to go ahead and send me an email, Midnight? Send me an email at info at tradersnetworkclub.com, or you can actually send it to info at FxBigDog.com, and I'll get that email and I'll respond to that. I'll go ahead and check that out and see if I can figure that out for you. So go ahead and send me an email, and I'll go ahead and respond accordingly. All right. So on this here, we are looking for price to start working its way back down. So we'll keep an eye on the US oil right here, and let's see if this is just a retest of resistance, and price is going to move back down south again. Now, dollar index. Let's move to dollar index right here. And dollar index currently right now is looking at, let's see here, we've got a nice little swing to the downside here. So price is working its way back down. We're getting weaker dollar, which is perfect. This is in line with what we are hoping for and expecting. So we continue seeing the price of dollar moving south. We are looking for price of the dollar to move down to this level, right about here at 11,978. So we're going to continue to look for a bearish move on dollar. Now, there is a trend line break right here. And just like we all know, prices move in waves, which means that if the market's going to move in waves, then that means this might just go ahead and drop, pull back a little bit, retest right here, all right, and then go ahead and start working its way back down south again. So this is possible that price will continue to work its way back down south, right? But we're first going to go ahead and see a pullback. All right, so pull back first, then another drop, and so it's going to keep moving before we start seeing some upside rally. So we're in a downtrend at the moment right now. Everything's looking pretty good on dollar. And so then that brings us back to US dollar CAD. All right. Do we expect US dollar CAD to continue a bearish move, or are we expecting it to rally? Now, remember, traders, we did go ahead and trade this yesterday. Let's go take a look over here. This is the trade we went and entered in on. And we are currently in now 2 positions. So we use the Pip Grabber Trading Tool. We entered in on this manually. And as you can see right here, we're down about 6 pips right now. And we're looking for price to go up to about 20 pips. So it's starting to pull back really nicely, really strong. We may end up seeing some profit on this very quickly, quicker than we thought. And so despite of that big bearish move right here, we are seeing price moving back up. Now let's take a look at the technicals and see that lines up. So we've got a downswing right here. Wave 1, 2, and then we're looking for 3. Looks like it's a little choppy down here, but let's take a look right here. We also have the 1.618 right here. So there's definitely correction due. Now, correction may come up to this level right here, or it may even come up to that level, but we are looking for a corrective move before price goes ahead and sells off. Now, like I said, it could be there. It could come back up a little higher and sell off over here. So here is going to be our 2 targets where we are going to anticipate price to move back up before it going back down south again. Now, I'm also looking at the internal swings. Look at the internal swing right here. We've got a wave 1, 2. We did hit the 1.618 right here. So this is our 3rd wave down here. So we're looking for a 4th wave correction. And just like I said, we're going to expect price to come back out around about here, which is just slightly higher than 12500. So 1.2500, just above that, is where we're going to see our first level of resistance. Then as price goes back up, we could find it around about 26. So write that down. If you like writing down stuff right here, write that down. And I'm going to go ahead and type that inside the chat so everyone knows that. All right, that we're going to go ahead and say that we have a resistance at 125 and 126. So expect price to sell off once we hit those levels. All right, there it is. Oh my goodness, I think I just deleted it. Ah, man. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to top that out again. All right, so expect price to move back up here. You just said. I'm just going to retop it up here. And 126. All right, there we go. Okay, So this is where we're looking at, and let's see if I type it. Yeah, resistance at, supposed to be at, not resistance is R. All right, there it is. So those are the levels that we're expecting to find a bit of resistance here before price moves back up again. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into this chart, and I'm going to mark off the lowest point right here. Let me just go ahead and clean up that there. And I'm going to mark off, and by the way, I want to go ahead and take a look at these inside swings right here. So let's see here. Wave 1. So here's wave 1. I'm just trying to make sense why we did see the market move down a little further. Irregular flat. Okay, good. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and just shift this over right here to the low. And that helps me now to identify where my next 1 point, this is the 1.27 right here. So I'm looking for this level right here to be the next move to the downside. So we're going to expect price, okay, we're going to expect price to work its way back up right here. We're going to see price work its way back up. And then when it comes back up here to that resistance right there, then we're going to start thinking about price moving back down to this level before we start seeing some deeper upside move. Okay? So that's what we're going to expect at the moment right now. We're going to anticipate that sort of move. So in the short term, at least in the short term, we can be comfortable with our position right here to go back up because correction is due right now. So correction is due, and we're just going to have to wait for it to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and point that up there. There we go. Look for correction. So look for correction. Like I said, 125. We're trading at 123.29 right now. So it's about 170 pip rally that is expected before we go ahead and start thinking about a sell-off to the downside. Okay. So we're going to stay long with our trade from yesterday, and we're going to look for our 20 pips of 20 pip trade right here. Now there are some traders that say, well, big dog, you know what, I'm going to build up my position and I'm going to hold those positions, at least hold that position until I get to that 125 level, and then I start looking to take profit at that level too. Well, that's a decision you have to make. Remember, when you're in this trading room, we do look for those short-term opportunities, those quick in-and-out trade opportunities, and then we look to get the heck out of Dodge. So the reason why I'm talking about that is because there is that option to hold on to trades longer, but that depends, of course, what you're looking for, right? Every trader has different targets and goals, and that's fine. But just want to go ahead and point out that we are chasing after just 20 pips on each trade. If you want to chase after more, that's going to be purely up to you. All right, next one is going to be on, let's take a look at the other trade that we took on yesterday. We are still in on the Swiss. All right, we've got multiple positions in on that. That's the CAD Swiss. Let's take a look at Aussie. We did place a trade yesterday in the Aussie. We down about, let's see here, about 20 pips on this one right here. So there's a chance that we may pick up a second entry point on this, but that's okay. I'm quite happy picking up another trade on this. And if it does happen, it happens. But we'll look for that 20 pip grab. And then the last one that we entered yesterday was also on the New Zealand CAD. Also sold on this one. We're down 20 pips on this one as well. But again, this is the same scenario. You know, I'm just waiting for it to do its thing. If it means pick up another trade before selling off, then it is what it is. All right, I'll take it as it comes. So right now we're waiting for New Zealand CAD and Aussie CAD to sell off. Now, let's take a look and see what the chart looks like on both those pairs. And I'm going to go to the New Zealand CAD first right here. Whoo, man, I tell you something. Now, we closed out. We closed out with these. Maybe I'm the only one. I closed out profit over here, and since then price has moved up quite a bit right here. We've seen another about 82 pip rally, actually more than that, 85 pip rally since I closed out. Listen, yeah, it's very easy to want to kick yourself and go, man, what did I do? Come on. But the honest truth is, sometimes we have to go through life, just accepting the fact that, hey, this year we're in a trade. We made a decision to get out a little bit early. We got out early. The market continued to move, but we satisfied our need. We satisfied our need based on profits. We satisfied our need based on our technical analysis and determining where the market's going to go. So if the market makes his own mind up and decides to go somewhere else, and that is further into what you were in a positive trade, then it is what it is. But the main thing that we have to be comfortable about is that we did take our profit and we made a good trade. So we've got to move away from that. Regardless that we picked up another 80 pips, we could have picked up another 80 pips in that. But you know what? It could have been 80 pips against us. So the fact that we did go into profits, did close out with profits, and it didn't go 80 pips against us should be a good thing. So always be happy with what we take out of the market. All right. Now, question here is I'm curious, while looking for a 20 pip objective point. I'm sure that's what it is. I know sometimes you enter at market, but do you ever allow a plus minus pip entry point? No. No, it's never going to be a plus minus entry point, and that's why we use a cost averaging approach. We're always using a cost averaging approach, and with that, we can make a little error on the actual entry point. Now, if I was trading this and scalping this market based on just a single entry point, I will be a little more defined on the actual point where I get in. So I'll be more like saying, hey, I want to get in here, or I want to get in there. But when I see that the market's giving us an opportunity of a 40 pip upside move, then I know that 20 pips is easy to grab. So therefore, getting in, whether I'm outside 5 or 6 pips, doesn't really matter. I know that I'm going for a 40 pip rally. All right, that could be the objection point. So getting in a little bit later on that is not a problem. Okay. What I don't want to do is I don't want the market rallying 40 pips and then want to get in and try and chase after 20 pips. Then I'd rather wait for a pullback and then get in on the pullback, and that way then I have the opportunity to make some. So we do look at pullbacks. We are looking at pullback, but we do apply a cost averaging approach on that as well. All right, good. Jay says here, Jay, I don't know what your first name is, but will you post your trades on Telegram, since most of us were waiting on you on YouTube? I thought I was live already. Was I not live already? I believe I was live. Let me just take a look right here and make sure. If for some reason I've got traders saying that. Oh, I see. Interesting. So, so it wasn't streaming from the one that I actually posted. I got you. All right, that's interesting. Okay, all right. I will look at that. Interesting. All right, I will certainly go ahead and take a look and see what went wrong there. So the ones that I actually scheduled doesn't look like I broadcast from the ones I scheduled. It actually broadcasts from a different one. All right, Jay, thank you. Appreciate you. I'll go ahead and take a look at that. Yep. Gotcha. All right, perfect. All right, well, thanks for letting me know. For some reason, something went wrong there, and I'll go ahead and check that out. All right, let's go take a look over here. So we have a wave 1 right here, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. By the way, is the quality of the video a little bit better, because I think that's what went wrong. We had to actually I had to readjust the setup. I had to readjust the setup and changed the link a little bit, and I think that's the reason why. And that's the reason why there was an issue with the link that didn't trigger. But is the quality of the video better? And I'm more inclined to want to know, is the quality of the camera better? Is it the quality of the camera coming through better? Is it a lot more clearer? It looks like it is. Looks like it is a lot more clearer, brighter. So that looks like it. This video is good, says midnight. All right, good. All right, fantastic. Well, good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Okay, so we had a pullback. Look at the New Zealand CAD right here. New Zealand CAD has come all the way up here to the 1.618 right here. So we're looking for New Zealand CAD to actually go bearish. Now we entered right about here. So if we do pick up a second entry point, I wouldn't be too unhappy. Oh, there we go. We just did. We do have 2 entry points on the New Zealand CAD. So we do have an entry point here in the New Zealand CAD, which is perfect. All right, so we're in on 2 entry points right here, which is great. Let's take a look at Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD not yet, but New Zealand CAD, we do have 2 entries right here. So we'll go ahead and monitor that, because there is no doubt that correction is due here, and that correction is due. Let's take a look at the how far the market can move. We could go back to retest this backside of the trend line. So we're looking at about a 72 pip dip and a minimum of 52 pips. So 20, in fact, if you take a look over here, a minimum of 41 pips as it takes out that low right here. So we got about a 40 pip opportunity to the downside. So picking up 20 pips on this should be no-brainer. Should be a no-brainer on this one right here. Let's go to Aussie CAD right here. Okay, so Aussie CAD, if you again look at the wave structure right here. Wave 1 going up right here. Right, so we had wave 1 going up, wave 2 down here, wave 3 is all the way up here, and price did go. Take a look over here. This is pretty interesting. Look at this. This is really interesting. Look at this inside swing right here. So here we had wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 up here, wave 4 pullback, and now here is wave 5 right here. So we should pick up another entry point right here, but we're going to be fine because this is the 5th wave right here. So we're expecting price to at least come back down to this level, and that would give us a profit potential of around 37 pips, a minimum of 37 pips down here. So again, this shouldn't be a problem right here for us to get back down to retest this level as price comes back down. And if you really look closely here, we started to pick up these. Starting to see like a rising wedge here. Maybe not as beautiful as what I thought it would. Look better on. It looked better in my mind than it is right here, but it's giving me some sort of rising wedge. And so a break to the downside chases normally. A break of this rising wedge, we'll see a break towards this low right here. So we're good on that. All right, we're good on that. Now, Eric says the video was scheduled to start at 11 instead of 12. Actually, the video started at 11:30, Eric. There was a, for some reason, it didn't broadcast off the links that were shared. We actually started a new broadcast, so I do apologize for that. And we'll get the tech guys to go ahead and take a look at that and see what's going on. For some reason, it didn't broadcast off the links that we actually scheduled out. So, and I'm sure a lot of you went ahead and actually, made sure that you had it in a bell or something notifying you when we go live, but it didn't do that. So I do apologize about that. Yeah. All right, cool. So we're looking at Aussie CAD, looking for another sell-off. Again, we might pick up an extra entry point on that. If we haven't already, we're going to definitely pick up another entry on this, and I'm going to be okay with that because that'll give us a better opportunity to get to our 20 per profit on that. Now, Euro US dollar. Don't believe we're in on a trade on Euro US dollar. Nope, we did not. Now, I did talk about getting in on this yesterday when the market went ahead and retraced. Now, we didn't do that. Let me go to Euro US dollar right here and take a look and see if there's an opportunity. Now, I know we just looked at the dollar index and we said that the dollar index is expecting stronger dollar, right? But we did also say that we are going to expect the dollar to correct a little bit, all right, to get a little stronger in the short term. Maybe it could be just about 12 hours of strength, and then continue its sell-off. We did pick that up on the dollar index. Now, let me go take a look at my trade copier. Trade copier did go ahead, and it looks like we got in on a sell here. That was at 1647 right here. So we did enter it at a sell, 1647. Let's go back to the charts. That's pretty much where we're at right now. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just take a look at something here. If you look at the euro, this is what we drew up on a technical setup. Now remember, dollar index is one of the currencies inside the pair. We got euro and dollar, so which means that this is not only going to affect the movement of the market. It's not only going to affect what is happening on the dollar side, but also what's happening on the euro side too. And according to the way it's set up right here, we should be heading back down south. Now, if price continues and moves back above this channel, then maybe I got this wrong and we're back inside this bullish channel that we've had for a long time. Look at that. Look at what it looks like right here. This is the bullish channel right here. So we broke out right here. This could be a bear trap, and that price is going to continue to work its way back up. But we've got to see price moving back above this line. If it doesn't, then we should sell off. Now, if I go to the short-term swings right here, and I look at all the short-term swings that we have right here, there's wave 1, then we had an inside wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The short-term swings tells me that we may still have, okay, based on this, we may still have a final dip before price wants to go back up north. If we're going to get back into that, into this area right here. So I think in the short term, I think it's safe to say that if we're going to sell these 20 pip sell-offs, we might be in a good spot right here. Yeah, we might be in a good spot. So let me take a look over here. If I draw up a trend line, going across here, if I look at the, and I'm just going to look for channels here. I'm going to put the channel up here. And we take a look over here, wave 1, 2, and I'm going to look at these inside structures. So this is looking like we had an insert 1, then a wave 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm not quite ready to manually sell those. Because here we go. Here's a wave 1. I'm going to take from there to there. Here's a wave 3. So price did come back to retest this low right here, this previous high, which is now low, support there. And so if I'm going to trade bearish, I think I'm going to be against the trend right here. Now my trade copy is selling already, and it might mean that we may go ahead and see continue rallying and then a turnaround to the downside. So on the trade copy, we may pick up some additional sells right here. But from a manual perspective, I'm thinking Euro US dollar, I'm thinking bullish. on those. Now, we didn't get in when it turned here. This is where we wanted to get in. We spoke about this yesterday. And we said that there's a good level of support right about here coming off that level there. And so we said that we want to go ahead and buy off that support going long. So we did pick it up a little late. But let me go into my 15-minute time frame. And I'm really going to get nitty-gritty right here because it is 20 pips we're chasing after, right? And if I look over here, look at this. Yeah, we had a wave 1 on the 15. Then we had an inside wave 1 and an inside wave 3. So which means that price is going to chase after this level up here. And if price is chasing after that level, this gives us from where we are right now, it gives us a 14 pip rally. Not enough, right? Not enough. So unless we get back down here, no, it's 20. It's probably max 20 pips, and that's if it gets it. So I'm probably going to stand aside on the euro trade because there's not enough upside potential to my next level of resistance. I'm going to stay inside on the euro trade, and then I'm going to continue to monitor these trades that I have right here. So I'm in on the New Zealand CAD. We're currently holding a CAD Swiss from last week, and we've got Aussie CAD one position, but we're expecting a second position to come in very soon. And then we have the US dollar CAD right here that we're in on this as well. So we're going to keep and lock and load ourselves on this. Now we could do a counter trade. You know, we could say that, hey, if the dollar does go ahead and continue to weaken, then the euro could rally against the dollar, and we could do a counter trade because then if the US dollar is going to weaken, then our US dollar CAD position will continue to move down to a third position, and that way we hedge ourselves and pick up profits on the euro trade. So we can do sort of a counter hedge position if we choose to, and that's if, of course, if we're expecting the dollar to get a little bit stronger, all right, after the dip. So which means that it dips first, continues dip, we go weaker with the dollar, and then we go stronger. So we could do a counter trade if we choose to on the euro US dollar right here. But keep it in mind that we've probably got max about 15 pips there, so we may have to make a decision if the price stalls there at this level. But how far can it pull back, though? Let's see here. You see, the pullback could be 10 pips right here. So there's not a lot of room to the upside. I would rather prefer to wait for price to drop back down to 1620. No, 1640 should be fine. If we can get down to 1640, then yes, I'll go ahead and check that out. All right? I'll definitely go ahead and check that out. Hey, guys, just to go ahead and confirm the times of our sessions. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11:30. That's the times, and that's Eastern Standard Time. All right, just want to make sure. Mark it on your calendar. It's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11:30. And I'll go ahead and make sure that we sort out whatever technical issue came from this morning's session. Okay? All right, well, that pretty much wraps up the session for today. We'll continue to hold this. Make sure you subscribe to the Telegram channel. I will update you with the information coming from the Telegram channel. So any trade updates, I will go ahead and send some trade updates. Right now, we'll still continue to hold on our trades that we currently have. And if I do make a decision on the US dollar CAD, the Euro US dollar, if it does pull back down a little bit deeper and I make a decision to get in, you'll be the first to know through the Telegram channel as well. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, but not only subscribe to the channel, but also I'd like you to go ahead and smash the like button so we can get this video out to as many people as possible. And then, traders, we will go ahead and make sure that we update the times, making sure that the links that are provided are available for everyone to go ahead and access the session. With that being said, thank you for joining. Appreciate everyone being here. And we'll see you. We'll see everyone back again, same time next week. Same time tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right. Before I go ahead and forget. All right. All right, traders. With that being said, have a great afternoon, and I will see you back tomorrow.